What's up, you guys? How you guys doing? So, I grew up in a household with two parents who were together for a very long time, as well as two grandparents who were together for a very long time. But I have come to the conclusion that this generation, especially of men, we were not built for 10-year relationships. Let's just be honest about it. And today, I'm going to break down reasons why men like myself and other men are not built for 10-year relationships. Now, of course, I don't want to generalize all men, but I'm going to say the majority of men. So let's break this shit down. Rule number one. Alright, rule number one why men of this generation were not built for 10-year relationships. What we're on right now, the internet. I can just think, back in the days before the internet really became big, it must have been hard as fuck to meet people. Can you imagine going to work, working a 48-hour work week, and what if you didn't have any women on your job, and now you're having to try to meet people? Now, if you're in a relationship and you're going out to the clubs and this and that, your wife can pretty much pick up signals. Trust me, if you're cheating and you have a smart woman, she knows it. She can tell. If you're disappearing for hours and doing things for hours, a smart girl will pretty much pick this shit up. But introduce the internet and it makes it a whole lot harder, even for a fucking detective. Why? Because you have all these different websites. You have Facebook, you have Black People Meet, you have Kristen Mingle, you have OkCupid, you have Plenty of Fish, and on and on, and all of these single websites where a man can easily go on these websites and meet lots of women. So the courting process can be well in its grooming stages by the time that your girl finds out. 3-4 months you could be on the internet while she's asleep. And these are all websites that I've never been to. Don't judge me. Rule number two. Rule number two, and I don't think this one is really a new one. The fact of the matter is that women get fucking old. Period. And I'm not just saying old as in age, I'm saying old as in routine. I don't know if you noticed this, but the first 2, maybe 3 years of a relationship are beautiful. Everything's going great. And most men that I know, we have a very hypersexual drive. But once you hit that 7th, that 8th year, it gets stale. And women stop wanting to do the things that we used to do when we were young. And now we pretty much end up on a fucking ration. Well, most men, if you ration them, depending on the man, if you ration him and he's going to work and there's fly ass women walking by, he's not gonna be able to resist that shit. He's not. So, that's my second reason. Shit. Just because you guys are in your 8th year relationship doesn't mean that you stop doing things that have gotten you to this point. And no, relationships aren't supposed to be built around sex. Fuck, I can't even say that loud with a straight face. My third reason why men are not built for 10-year relationships, especially in this generation, is we look on TV and this is all we see. Marriage has been used as a fucking pond. People get married now just for the hell of it. And it's so easy to get married. It's pretty hard to get divorced, but it's pretty easy to get married. A person can get married for fucking $100. So it's an easy thing to get into. It's sometimes difficult to get out of depending on children and assets and things of that nature. But it's a fairly easy thing, and the media makes a mockery of marriage. The media makes a mockery of long relationships. A guy who's settled down is seen as a homebody or a sellout or soft, or the player is glorified. If a man hasn't had sex with a whole bunch of hoes, his boys look at him like a square. But if a guy has fucked a bunch of hoes, he's seen as a pimp, and that's seen as a good thing. The media. It's a dirty world. The fourth reason why men are not built for 10-year relationships, ladies, is you. Here's the thing. Ever since women were smaller, ever since they were young, they were taught that if a man is mean to him, if a boy is mean to him, well, that means that he must really like you, huh? So when he smacks the shit out of you, that means that he really likes you. Yeah, that makes sense. So nice guys, the nice guys, we get treated like shit. The nice guys get treated like shit, hence the relationship doesn't last a long time. Then you get into a relationship with some dick, and you try to make that last, and that doesn't last. Now guess what has happened? Now that you've been in a relationship with that guy that has beat on you and treated you like crap, now you carry that bullshit and that mindset from that relationship to the next nice guy. And guess what that nice guy gets? He gets treated like shit because of the guy that you used to have that treated you like shit because of the guy that you left who you thought was too soft. Make sense? It didn't make sense when I said that shit either, but that's a woman for you. So that's my reason why I don't think men of this generation is built for 10-year relationships. And if you look at some of the more successful relationships that are going on and they continue to last, they're doing not ordinary shit to keep them going. You got families out here that are being swingers pretty much just to keep the man happy. Think I'm lying? Go and look around. There's a lot of that shit. There's a lot of women that will have threesomes just to please that guy. So, what are your thoughts on it? Drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel. Make sure you comment. Make sure you thumbs up this video and share it. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.